because there's a lot of cases I've been missing. A lot. Delicious. Here it is, folks. Here's outside the home. Nothing going on. Very, very quiet here. I'll take you out in a minute for a look. Let's go see. I'll show you. News Nation left. They packed their tent up and left. Their tent is gone. News Nation is gone. Oh, good morning. Good morning. Oh, the sun is coming up. The sun will come up. Could you stream from your hotel room? I could. Now, our tent is still here. If and when we decide to pack up. But this is how we leave our, this is how I want to just, you know how we had all the food and everything like that. Every day when we leave in the morning or at night when we leave, we put all our trash away. We leave some bottles of water, but that's what we leave. But we fold up our chairs. We just keep it here, you know, keep it clean. We want to keep it clean. So we do that because I know we have a lot of food and different things. But look at News Nation. They're gone. News Nation had their tent here and is no longer here. So they're gone. They left. They're not here. News Nation is gone. No one left. They gave the tent to Mark. Nice. Yeah, they offered the tent. Shout out to News Nation for offering the tent. Oh, it's just a quiet neighborhood now. There's all the paintings. So many drawings. Few left. I said each of those paintings took a couple hours to do. Day 42, folks. I figure we'll go for a drive. Maybe we'll go down to KVOA, go to the banner, do some talking, hear some people's thoughts. But there's nothing going on here anymore. And, you know, on Saturday and Sunday, feds don't really work. So I don't think we're going to see much law enforcement activity down here. We'll take a drive past Luke's house, see what's going on. I personally was thinking go get a massage today myself, maybe this afternoon during the heat. I need a massage. Straight up need a massage, man. Stuff is brutal out here. It's been brutal. Let me put in KVOA's address. It's on Elm Street. KVOA Elm Street, Tucson. Address. Yeah, it's only 15 minutes away. Good morning. maybe like a recharge in a bit. We're going to continue to talk about this case each and every day until Nancy's found. I vow that. Each and every day. Maybe the Mexican restaurant El Charro could be the key to this case. Maybe somebody goes. Maybe somebody from El Charro. So it says 60 degrees. I don't know why I'm cold in my car. It's freezing. Today's going to be a hot one. Today's going to be almost 90, 95 degrees in the heat here. BBB. Maybe BBB. Bring back Brian. It's Brian, right? Bob. Brian. Bob. We'll bring back Brian Enton, too. How about that? BBB. Bring back Brian Enton. Liquid IV, massage. Saturday, I woke up today. I'm like, man, why hasn't Nancy been found? What is happening here? What is happening? It's like almost like this is just a blip on the radar in the whole totality of life, right? And people are just moving on. This house, people just rebuilding. Don't hear much about Savannah anymore, saying anything about this case. None of the family members saying anything about this case. Nobody's really coming out and saying anything about this case. The sheriff's not coming out saying anything about this case, other than the perp could strike back or strike again, which should put fear in everyone's veins, literally like fear, because if they're literally saying the person can strike again, then no one is safe. No one is safe. And if an actual burglar went into someone's home here and took an 84-year-old woman out that is a total stranger, then we got a big problem. We got somebody on the loose here that could do it again to any other neighbor. Could be from the neighborhood. Person that did this could very well live in the neighborhood. It's scary stuff, but that's where we're at. Nobody's really talking about this anymore. Really. Nobody's talking about this anymore. What the heck happened inside this home here? Nancy's home. The house. I don't know what they're even going to do with this house. Ashley Banfield dropped my name last night. Yes, I am aware. Shout out to Ashley Banfield. I support Ashley Banfield. She's passionate. She's an advocate. And, I appreciate that. Always admired her work for years, always since back to 9/11. Ashley's been around. And, she covers cases. Ashley Banfield. Where do we go, JLR Army, with all of this? We have to come to the realization. We have to be real and honest with ourselves of what we're going to do here and our objective at this point. Do we just sit in front of Nancy's home every day if we're the only ones here? I think that would kind of be creepy in a sense when there's like nobody here and no activity here. It's not necessarily, I believe it's still a crime scene, but it's not necessarily a crime scene anymore because it, the home has been released to the family. So we have the home released to the family. There's people that are doing things. I mean, we can stare at people coming, and if anyone else even comes, somebody else might not come anymore. I mean, they might have done all their things last week and it just sits there. The home just sits there. But what is going to happen with the home? We have a tent here, but it's also going to be 100 degrees. I don't know how the neighbors necessarily feel now, but if there's like just one or two people or just one, or Tucson joins me and Mark the Shark is still out here. I don't know about Dad's going live. I think he's going home. He's been here for a week. Who else is left? John DePietro. I don't know where John DePietro is. I don't know what his plan is. Or we could go back to Florida. I could go back to Florida and spend time with my cat that I miss. Fix my home up that I neglected. Though I got somebody doing my pool and cat is taken care of. That's fine. The cat is safe and sound. The cat is being taken care of every single day with love, tenderness, and care. But the cat establishes feelings with the owner. My cat loves me. My cat's like missing me. I can tell. I miss my cat. But we could do it definitely from the studio here. Tucson could come out here. We could restream him a little bit, or we could just have call-ins and continue to bring public awareness to Nancy. Maybe people centered around this case will call, do interviews and whatnot. But it's hot out here. It's very, very hot out here. We could do a poll, though I don't know how to do a poll necessarily on YouTube Live. We can do it on StreamYard. StreamYard would be more effective also with us too, because StreamYard would give us more and more of an arsenal. I'm very good at using StreamYard. We could have the banners up. We could have pictures we can keep putting up. We could put clips, lots of clips, you know, on the clipper, or just stay in Arizona and StreamYard from a location in Arizona to wait, because I want to be there when that perp gets called. When the perp gets called, we want to be there. We together. This is, you know, we're in this together, all of you, because, you know, once the perp gets caught, then the work is not done at all. It's just the beginning of accountability. Why? Who is this person? And I want to hear all your thoughts on that and how you feel about it, and if we were correct or wrong, or who got it right, who didn't. Learning lessons from this. You know, just how the perp got into the house, where the perp went afterward, who is the perp, where he grew up, what type of work, occupation, family on the perp, everything like that, all the perp. Along with the victim, we do both, but you know, where we go pretty hard on perp whenever a perp gets caught. But we're not going to give up, even as the perp remains on the loose. We're not going to give up. We just have to change our tactics on how we, you know, do this. Because I know a lot of you, including myself, is just eat, sleep, and whatever Nancy Guthrie case for the last 42 days. Literally 42 days, Dave. Literally the next day we started talking about it, and you guys just started getting on it and finding out within the first 48 hours what in the heck's happening to Nancy Guthrie, and what is this case all about. And we've just been obsessed ever since. Obsessed. I want to preserve skin too. I need my skin. Red Bulls beat me up a couple weeks ago too. Just laid off the Red Bulls. No more Red Bulls, please. No more Red Bulls. Gotta like regular liquids and everything like that now. Gotta be like hydration liquids. Let's go past Luke's house a little bit. Let me actually get some. The more liquids we get, the better. It's a 0 sugar fruit punch. Pretty good. I mean, during the peak of the day, we're still getting 15, 20,000 people watching, wanting to know what's going on. Bro, you look tired. Yeah, I am tired. But we're ready. I mean, the job is not done. I saw an old clip back in the day. I was a Kobe Bryant fan. You know, Lakers love Kobe Bryant because he's from where I live originally, and around the same age as me, Kobe Bryant. And I was always a Kobe Bryant fan. And I remember this, he was in a series, and a reporter asked him, "Why aren't you smiling? You look like you're up 2-0 in the series. Why aren't you smiling?" He said, "Job's not done." Job done? Job's not done. The job's not done. The job is not done. This job is not done. It's not done. I mean, there's still a purple in the loose that could strike again. Their job's not done. This is not over. Anyway, let's go to Luke's. Let's go past Luke's. Let's go for a drive. I don't really want to sit here right now. I won't be the only one out here sitting. I think it'll be a little awkward. We're going to go for a drive, talk a little bit. We also cannot do consecutive streams for 12 hours, too. We can just clip up. I could come back here at the end of the day and see what's going on. But let's go for a drive, shall we? We're going to go to KVOA. We're going to go to Luke Daly's and see what's going on. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good Saturday morning. Look, everybody's starting to come out. Neighbors walking dogs. People walking dogs around here. You gotta be careful. Oh, let's talk to Steve. No, I'm good this morning. I'm gonna go to KVOA. How are you doing? Good. And I appreciate you let me park in your driveway.
Yeah.
Thank you.
There's other cars in the drive, just avoid them.
How are you doing today?
Good. Yeah. Busy day.
Yeah, not much going on. Quiet.
Did Anton leave yesterday?
He did.
He looked unwell. Was he sick?
I think he's under the weather. The stuff, this valley fever. I don't know if it's called valley fever, but
it's hard to.
I know.
Especially over living here for a long period of time. Like I've never had it, but you breathe in the spores and dogs get it more than people. Good morning.
Hi, Steve. Hello, sir. You didn't recognize me. How are you?
What are you doing?
I'm talking to the neighbor here, Shirley.
It's going. How are you?
We're the lone wolves.
We're the lone wolves, and I'm the last man here, but I'm not going to be here for a while. Maybe come around later today, but it's going to be a hot day.
Well, a little warm.
Shopping, so you're getting out at the right time.
In Tucson, you never say hi.
I say bye.
Bye-bye.
What's happening, bud?
Oh, I don't know. I was thinking about going, but I don't know yet. I'm still contemplating. I've informed some people I might go next week sometime, but I don't know when. But we want a break in the case, Steve. We want to know what's going on.
Okay. Well, good luck.
We want to know what's going on.
So, who's still left?
Just streamers and local media.
Okay.
How do you like the local media here? All right, Tucson and what's it called? The Tucson 4 or something?
KVOA.
KVOA. Is that the only one?
I don't know some local news. I don't read the local newspaper. I'm ignorant.
Nice. Well, I'll see you later. I'm going to go on a ride. Have a good
fun
day.
Today, all right?
All right, Steve. Take care. Talking to Shirley, talking to Steve. Talking to Shirley, talking to Steve. So glad you're off your Red Bulls, Nancy says. Yeah, no more Red Bulls. No more Red Bulls. Red Bulls were like when an emergency situation, when you got to be up like 24 hours a day. Weaning off Red Bulls, but thank God I don't have an addiction where I'm like, hey, I'm craving a Red Bull. Other neighbors getting construction, so I parked at another neighbor's driveway. They're all cool. And then there's another neighbor that said, you can park if you want. You can park in my driveway if you want. I was like, you can park. I told some, I said, I might leave Tuesday. But I was talking to, I did talk to the News Nation producers last night after I ended my stream. I went over there and talked to them. And they're kind of like in the position, well, something breaks, they'll be back like instantly. Something breaks, they'll be back. They'll be back up on a plane and come out. And I said, well, I'm here into next week. And I said, if the perp gets caught today or the perp gets caught tomorrow, then that's automatic stay. Or some new development, like if they release some new surveillance footage or they got something that says, hey, this is the perp manhunt for this particular person. Then that's staying. But the gentleman that we spoke to last night, Bob, former law enforcement for Pima County, he thinks this is going to go on for years. He doesn't think this is going to get solved anytime soon. I personally think the FBI is going to get the perp, and they might even have the perp. But the reality is, could be true that it's just going to be like dead silent all summer and all fall and nothing. And we're not getting any bones thrown at us, as we would say, bones. Day 42, actually. Some people said 41 is day 42. Holy smokes. Javelina at the school. Look. There's a javelina running around the school. There it goes. Look like wild. Oh, there's another one. When there's one javelina, there's always another. Look at those things. Those things are like pigs, big boars. If there's one, there's another. Let's see. Let's wait here. There got to be more. They're probably eating someone's flowers. The javelinas. Javelinas are eating someone's flowers. If there's one javelina, there must be more. Back out here early this morning. Every morning, 4 o'clock for me. I don't know what time it is for you. Here in Arizona, 3 hours behind East Coast time. And we got a lot of international friends, so a lot of people that are watching probably are watching, and it's like noontime or afternoon. That, you see what I mean? The UK flag. I've established lots and lots of connections around here, from Nancy Guthrie's neighbors to Annie and Tommaso's neighbors to locals. I have a network of people now saved in my phone. Building connections. Journalists, streamers, networking. Well, what happened with the individual last night that said something big's about to happen? I believe that there is a ring. I believe about there being a ring, and I think Nanos is the part. He knows how to cover stuff up. Fake FBI, weird stuff. Brittany Nailen says. Brittany Nailen. Do I know you, Brittany? Aren't you from Florida? 347. I know a Brittany with the same last name, similar, from Florida. I said something big's about to happen. All right, so I'm rolling in Luke's house, just drive by, see what's going on. People last night when we ended our call was talking about something. Luke's brother, something's about to go down at Luke's. It looks all quiet over here. At Luke's. Good morning. All right, we're at Luke's. Luke. I don't see anything going on here at Luke's. Luke. No, there's no for sale sign at Luke's house that I see. Luke. Posted. Keep out. Maybe me and Tucson tomorrow go on an undercover mission and go down to El Charro. Go check out El Charro. There's 2 El Charros, but one is just called Charro. You know what? Let's go. I know where we can go. Let's go see if law enforcement retrieved the pants in the wash right by Annie and Tommaso's home. Remember Jim and I? Jim found, I called. Jim said he was going to call back. Let's go see if they got the pants. Let's go see if the pants are there. It's right around the corner. It's not far from here. Plus, it's still cool out here. Let's go see if they got the pants. Let's see if they took the pants seriously. That's a good one. A lot of people are like, great idea. Let's go see. Roger that. See if the pants. The pants that Jim found in the wash behind Annie and Tommaso's home, and the knee brace and the bedspread. The pants, the brown pants, the khaki pants, size 12 pants. Let's go see. Because Jim said he called back law enforcement and they were fully aware. See if they got them. All right, so let me ask y'all, do you think the pants will still be there? Yes or no? Do you think the pants will still be there? Yes or no? I'm seeing more yes than no. Let's go see. Let's go see the pants. No, yes, no. Yeah, we'll go see if the pants are still there. If the pants are still there and they didn't get them, this just shows where we're at. That was a good answer. Yes, but I hope not. If the pants are still there, that shows you something here. Somebody said maybe the perp went back and got the pants. I put a tweet out this morning. I was just like, I'm 100% certain that the perp has watched one of these live streams at one point. 100% believe the perp has watched one of these live streams at one point. 100%. There's no way the perp can avoid watching about his own case. There's just no way. And considering every single day we're live streaming 12 hours a day, he has no choice but to click. And if that's the case, then the perp, law enforcement, should get every IP of everyone from the Tucson area, get their IPs, 520-603 area code, and cross-reference and see if anyone that logged in to watch Nancy Guthrie from that area, this area, and see if anyone matches the description of the perp, which they have full capability of doing. And you might find your perp. They can go to YouTube and say, hey, we want the IPs of everyone that logged on to this particular video. They can do that. Cross-reference it and maybe narrow it down to geographical area. We want the IPs of everyone that logged on to JLR Investigates in the course of a month on Nancy Guthrie coverage. But what if he used a VPN? Well, if he used a VPN, then that would be a little bit sketchy, right? VPN, then obviously they have capabilities to go around a VPN. It'd take a little bit more work, but it also could be a wild goose chase. But hey, you can't find the perp. Perp's probably watching something about the perp. Particularly when we say on our streams, manhunt. Now, if you were the perp and you were worried about someone zeroing in on you and you see manhunt, you would think, oh my God, are they finding me? Are they finding out where I'm at? What's up? And I click, boom, click. Like, what in the heck's going on here? So that, would they have used a VPN or not? Are they that sophisticated to use a VPN or just boneheaded just to click? I swear, I think the perp has clicked on one of these videos. So not only this channel, probably somebody else's coverage at one point. But I don't know if that would be a tough one, because I'm sure a lot of people in Tucson clicking on, just seeing what's going on too. So, perp, say hi. Call in. Perp. Call in, perp. Continuous coverage of the Nancy Guthrie case. JLR investigates out here, boots on the ground still, day 42. It's pretty quiet out here on the Tucson streets this morning. It's going to heat up. We're going to get a massive heat wave today. Call the perp. Call in, perp. What if one of the people that has called in is the perp? Possibility too. Holy smokes, look at the gas. Oh my goodness, this is crazy. Look at the gas prices here. When we first came here on the 6th of February, the gas here was $2.75. Look at it. It just keeps going up. $4.19. What in the heck? Month and a half. Goes up almost $1.50 in a month and a half. It just keeps going up and up and up. I just saw a report and said airline prices are going to skyrocket if Iran still tries to hold the waters hostage and whatnot with gas prices. It's just going to keep going up. And everything's just going to go up. Shipping costs of everything, fuel for airplanes, airplane prices, fuel for all of us. They're saying in California, gas could be $8, $9, $10 a gallon. It's insanity. Yeah, gas, man, that's crazy. $4.19 for credit. $2.75. I remember I got gas at the same place the very first night I was here. There. All right, so we're in the neighborhood of Annie Tomaso's. We'll go over here and see if the pants. See if the pants are here. This is the wash on the left. Go in here and see if the pants are still here. Let's see if the product is here. We're looking for the product, the pants, the brown pants. So we'll go right over here. We'll park. We'll go in there. This is Pima County property, public land. All right. You guys ready? I'll take my other phone with me. Let's see if the pants are around. It's the pants. All right. Let's do it. I'm going to go see if they got the pants. Yeah, it's starting to warm up out here. tan pants. All right, let's see if they take this thing seriously. Many people in the chat feel like the pants will still be here. Somebody said they don't take you seriously. I think they should take anybody seriously if they find somebody, find something, somebody or something. They don't take you seriously, JLR. We'll see. Here we go. Remember this? Dun, dun, dun. Pants still there. There you go. There's your answer. Yep. That's what we're looking at, folks. We would have been sitting there all day. It's not related. Bedding, knee brace. Okay, well, they don't even come and look. Just like, nope, it's not hers. Nothing. Unless they already have an idea where Nancy is and they're just like, nope, they're not even going to come and even look or touch. These things are still laid out. He laid it out with a, it wasn't like this. They were kind of in a different thing and he laid it out with a stick. So. There's your answer. Whose pants are they? Somebody say go take a swim later, JLR. It's an idea. Go swimming. All right, so they did not retrieve the pants. You know, the last time the searchers found a backpack under the tunnel, they went, at least responded there and got the backpack. They didn't get the pants. You know whose roof that is? Y'all know what is all these wires on the roof? I did not see them before. You know whose home that is. Within eyesight, there's a pair of pants in the wash right by their house with a knee brace. Within eyesight. A knee brace and a khaki pants. Right by Annie and Tommaso's home in a wash. And they're still there. Nah, I'm not gonna go by their home. Ever since the sheriff cleared them, I've not stood in front of their house. Up to the day they were cleared and before, yes, we were out there with many media outlets and people out there. Still drive by occasionally, see what's going on. No activity though. White car there. By the way, the gentleman that we spoke to last night, Bob, who worked for Pima County Sheriff's Office, he said more or less it was a bonehead move for Sheriff Nanos to clear them when you don't have a body. I'll do a drive-by and look, drive out of the neighborhood. I'll do that right now. See if there's anything going on. The sheriff says they're cleared. They're cleared. They're not involved. If you say they're involved, it's nothing but you're cruel. That's what Sheriff Nano says. If you say they're involved, you continue to say they're involved, you're cruel. That's what Nano says. But the former Pima County Bob deputy says no one should be cleared. You don't have a body. No one should be cleared. All right. Just passing through. Excuse me. Oh my God. There's a new car there. They got the car back? Whoa. There it is. It's back. That's their car that got seized. It's back. Dun, 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 dun. Breaking news. Their car is back. Clip it. That's important to share because everyone's talking about the seizing and the seizing. Their car is back in their possession. There you go, folks. That's important. That's very, very important. Cleared. That's their car. Their car is back. It's the Honda. Clip it. Clip it, folks. Clip it. Share it on social media. The car is back. Their car that got seized is back. It's their Honda. It's another one. That's an older model. Unless it's another car. Coincidentally, they have another Honda. That thing looked like it was like 2015 or something like that. Looked like a very old. Wasn't new. Definitely wasn't a rental. Remember somebody yesterday, caller said their car got sent to Quantico. Hey. Pass one more time. and I'm out. I'm going to KVOA. On my way to KVOA. That's breaking news, folks. The car is back. That is the one that got seized. To me, if you feel otherwise, car is back, Jack. It's not their car, some people said. Oh, yeah? You think? The car is back. Somebody says, Google it. It's not returned. Listen, that car wasn't first time. I drive past here every day when I'm not streaming. That's the first time that car has been here. It was not here prior to yesterday, all the way back to the beginning stages. It's their Honda. It's their Honda. It's there. Prior to yesterday, that car has never been there. Where is Nancy's car? It's a great question. Going down to Tucson here. It's an older vehicle. It's an older Honda. So, vehicle back. Cleared? Cleared. Somebody said they probably put a tracker in it. Who knows? All right. Believe it with your own eyes, folks. I know what I seen. I believe 100% that is their vehicle that was seized. It's now in their driveway. It's their vehicle. It is sitting in their driveway. They got it back. That's it. It's it. It's their vehicle. That's the one. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Take someone's car and give it back. What does that mean? Maybe they got a new one, an identical one, just like the one seized, right? I think they put that car out there to send a message to everyone that thinks it's them. They probably put it out there and said, see, we got our car back, people. How do you feel now? Probably sending a message to everyone that thinks they did it. Put it right in front and flaunt. They could put that. They could have put that out there in the garage. They put it out there to send a message to everyone that thinks they did it. Well, we got our car back. So how are we still suspects if we got our car back? On my way to KVOA. We'll look at the banner. We'll do some calls. We'll talk about the Nancy Guthrie case. Seized car is back. Call in, perp. Who is the perp? Who did this crime? Who did this crime? Who did it? That car must have been returned to them within the last 24 hours. But the Pima County Sheriff's Office put out a statement that said it's in the process of being returned back to them. Who did this crime? DBB today. Play the clip of the coyotes in the back. Oh. I just saw the all caps cold case. Are we on cold case alert? Cold case, ice cold case, ice cold. Do we have a cold case? We just have to wait for the body to be found, or some sort of forensics or surveillance to resurface. Cold case. I'm going down to KVOA for a bit. Nothing going on at Nancy's. Nancy's car got taken out by Cameron. There's someone that looks like Cameron. Looks like Cameron to me. Could not be Cameron, but it looks like Cameron to me. Taken out of the driveway the other day, and it looks like the white vehicle, which was parked in Annie and Tommaso's home for about a week, that's no longer there. Looked like Annie was driving that one. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. I'll go back up to Nancy's in a bit. I think that's again, sheriff publicly clears Annie and Tommaso. Vehicle returned to them that was seized. They had a perp's vehicle, would it be returned to them? Kind of means to me that they're cleared. But I guess you can't officially clear somebody publicly until there's a body. But the sheriff put his neck out there and cleared. He didn't clear Luke. He didn't clear Carlos. Cleared the family and spouses. It's kind of an indication to me that they had nothing to do with this. They've been fully vetted. But again, that's my opinion. Being here. The Gem Show. Dun, 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 the Gem Show. Cold case. Elm Street. Bring Nancy home. Dun, 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 dun. All right, I'm gonna regroup here for a minute. Dun, dun, dun. Give me a second. Dun, 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 dun. publicly cleared them. Dun, 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 dun. I'm going to call Jim and find out what Jim is doing this morning. Give me 1 second here. Dun, 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 dun. Exploring with Jim.
JLR, good morning.
Good morning. We're live right now. A lot of people are asking about you. How are you, sir?
Doing fantastic. Just gearing up for my search this morning, and I'll be out in the, they call it the 3 Points area.
Uh-huh.
A lot of people are suggesting going out there. There was some of the local police say, oh yeah, the bodies disappear in the 3 Points area. I've searched out there once before. It's Highway 86, and it goes out towards Sasabe, Mexico border crossing. Sasabe, yeah. And then I have some areas over there I want to search. There's like an abandoned housing complex and some very sort of sketchy areas out there. So yeah, we did the Indian Nation yesterday. That was quite an experience out there. I did most of the roads south, and then I went into the desert, into the dirt roads. Each dirt road that came off of the roads that were going south, we did Little Nogales Road, South Mission Avenue, yeah, several of those roads in there. So I searched that really well. Didn't come up with anything. Found some graveyards in the middle of nowhere out there. So that was very curious. And then in the afternoon, I searched the frontage road to Highway 83. So basically there's 3 routes south out of Tucson towards Mexico. There's 86, which I've searched. There's Highway 19 to Nogales. And then the most easternmost is Highway 83. So I searched the frontage road along 83, which is sort of a natural dumping spot. So gave that a shot also. But I found a lot of interesting things, but came up empty-handed on Nancy-related material. So
I want to share some news. The pants are still there by the home.
You know, that's ridiculous. At least I hope they did a luminol test on them.
At least
test to see if it's blood.
You would think they would have bagged and tagged, and at least, because this is within eyesight. However, let me share some new information. It appears the Honda that was seized by authority, the Annie and Tomasa's Honda that was seized by authorities has been returned to them.
Interesting. Yeah, after months.
Over a month. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the pants, I mean, you would think that you called and you did a follow-up, and you would think the pants would be at least looked at to see. I mean, at least they would come out and bag and tag and take it away and analyze, and it's just sitting there.
I spoke directly to the desk sergeant who has direct communication with the detectives and the FBI, and he assured me that he was getting that information to the detectives. And I said, do I need to call the FBI? He says, no, the detectives are working at the FBI office. I'm getting this information to them. So, and then I don't know, did you see Ashley Banfield's show last night?
I did not.
So she talks about the pants. She, on her show, she shows which is sort of funny because she says, "Oh yeah, JLR found these pants. JLR found."
I didn't find the pants. You found the pants. You got to send her a retraction. No, but you know, you found the
fine.
pants.
I don't care. I don't care. And then she says, "Yeah, the JLR had this guy Jim dig them up for him." And Jim,
Yeah.
but that's not. You know, it's okay. News media gets things wrong all the time. But the important thing was Ashley Banfield was saying, like, what are these pants and this knee? She knew knee pants. She must be watching your channel because she says pants.
Oh yeah.
Knee brace, bedspread. She says, what is this pants and knee brace and bedspread doing 50 yards from Annie and Tommaso's house in plain sight? She says, why didn't the sheriff come and clear this area? Why does it take Exploring with Jim and JLR to do their work for them? So, yeah, you might want to take a look at Ashley Banfield's show last night. It's about 3/4 of the way through.
Yeah, she does great work, but it just makes, I mean, unless they feel like they know where Nancy is and it's unrelated and it's not even worth for them to go out. But I think it's ridiculous if they really don't know what perp and really don't know what happened, that they wouldn't even go at least get it.
Right. That doesn't tell me, but it makes me suspicious that maybe they know the perp and they're watching him and they don't even need any sort of more evidence because they're just following him, or, you know, like you say, you know, or whoever says lack of information leads to speculation, but at least go test the pants with the luminol, and then the knee braces in a plastic bag preserved at the scene. There's the bedspread. It's very suspicious, you know, and it's 50 yards from Annie and Tommaso's house. So at least bag them and show us that they're doing some work.
So I watched some of your video last night. Good work. I don't watch YouTube very often, but I did watch you last night. You're doing an excellent job out there at the Native American reservation out there in the area. So, you know, you're out here doing your thing. You know, you're doing your thing, man. And a lot of people in the chat here appreciate you for, you know, taking the time. You could be doing anything in the world right now, and you're out there, you know, at least just looking around and trying to think of a dumping ground and trying to think of an area where a body could be. I mean, you're constantly mapping. You're coming up with your little locations. I think it's a little bit far out there, but hey, God bless you for doing what you're doing.
Right. Yeah, I'm just out more in the desert now because I've searched in town. There's a lot of, I mean, the washes, there's a lot of dog walkers and people walking around. And with this 40 days, I'm just thinking if she's right in the general area of town and in the washes, she would have turned up by now. So I'm just sort of, spreading out just a little bit, you know, giving it a shot a little outside of the civilized area, the outside of town. You go to town, the outskirts of town, and then I'm searching the outskirts. So, and I did want to let you know, JLR, and let the chat know that I'll probably be heading back home tonight.
Okay.
So, you know, this is my 4th trip out here. Each trip, it takes me 2 days to get here. I search 3 or 4 days, so it's like a 6 or 7 day commitment each time. I've done that. This is my 4th trip. I'll be back definitely, but I'm going to search today, and then probably I'll be heading back tonight. If I don't see you, if we don't hook up, just thanks for the inspiration and pushing me out there and platforming me and getting me out there, you know, searching. And then, so yeah, just thanks.
Absolutely. And I will say, I will attest, being around you, I get a good positive vibes around you. You know what I mean? You hang around certain individuals and I see nothing but optimistic from you, positive. I would totally invite you into my home and feel comfortable, Jim. I think you're a very outgoing individual. I think you have good character. You've got a good heart. And I enjoy tagging around with you and, you know, watching you do your thing and communicating with you. You're a very positive person.
We make a great team. You got my phone number, and call me anytime, and look for my live streams later this morning. You
have a very blessed day and be safe out there, Jim.
Okay, JLR. God bless you.
Exploring with Jim. Go check him out. Thank you, Jim. Exploring with Jim. He's going to be out and about the Native American reservation area to the south. 3 points. 3 points is far out there. But the perp could have very well went out there to 3 points, considering that if this crime occurred, like the timeline, we want to believe the timeline, 2:30-ish, when she was taken out of the house, 2:30, you know, it gets dark, it gets light, 4 hours from then, 4 hours, you got about 4-hour window. So you could definitely drive hour and a half to a location, hour and a half back, and put an hour to get you, you know, an opportunity to, you know, bury someone or trek through the terrain and discard someone, assuming that she was dumped somewhere. And we're having an adult conversation. I don't mean to be graphic when I say that. But you got about a 4-hour window before light. I don't think any perp would do this at night or during the daytime and dispose of a body in the daytime. Too many, you know, possible potential of hikers, bikers, people walking their dogs. One thing I notice around here in Tucson is even up in the Catalina foothills, as soon as it gets light, I see a lot of joggers, a lot of people walking the streets with their pets, walkers, just people out and about, cars. It's too many eyeballs. But at night, when it is completely pitch black, it's only you and your headlights, more or less. No one is out there. So I think the perp probably got rid of the body before light. But where? Where? Out in the south of here, north of here, east, west, you know, Saguaro National Park, Catalina Mountains, the mountain area, all the way to the east of here, to the south, where he is, 3 points. Where? Native American reservation. Where? 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 Back out here, bring Nancy home. All right, so let me check my phone here. Just want to kind of talk a minute, talk a few. If anyone has anything to say, give me a call, and we appreciate that as we keep the conversation going. Let me look on my Twitter account a minute, because I put the vehicle, the Annie's vehicle, out there. I think this case officially pretty much went cold at this point. I don't know. I can't say. I don't know. Now people are sending me pictures and saying, it's not the same car. It's not the same car. It is literally the same car. It's the same car, literally. That's another one. It's the same car. What I mean is it's the same one. It's the same one. It's the same vehicle. It's the same vehicle. I didn't mean to say it's another one, but people are getting me all confused. It's the same one, unless they like to coincidentally have old Hondas and drive around in old Hondas, different Hondas, the same. It was returned. So I got like 10 emails from people saying nope, and then I'm also getting emails, just because their car got returned doesn't mean anything. I think it's very powerful that their car got returned. To me, it's like another indication. Hey, all right. So with that being said, who was the suspect? Who wants to talk and have a conversation here? Bring Nancy home. Hold on. I'm going to put this in. Anyone want to talk? pinning it in the chat here. Just let me know if you want to talk. Cassie says, call me about the pants. All right, Cassie, I'll call you about the pants. We'll talk about the pants. Cassie wants to talk about the pants. Come on in. Good morning.
Hello?
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you, Cassie?
I'm very well. I hope you're doing well as well. I want to talk about these parents. Now,
Okay.
First, when the lady called about the gloves, remember she called the non-emergency number first. She waited like an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Then she finally called 911. They came out and got them. The backpack, they called 911. And they came out and got them. So if you give me the address of where it is, I will call 911 right now.
Holy smokes.
I'm not playing. I'm sick of this. Now you got a knee brace and you got pants and you got bedding and it's right by their house. And if it's nothing, it's nothing. But they need to do something about their case. And if I have to be the one to call them and say, look, you got 23,000 people watching and people are upset about these pants. And I hate for that. And I just really, I'll put my Southern charm on. I'll just say, and I just hate to see the sheriff's department have a bad reputation. I'll do all that. So anyway, you just give me that address and I will call them right now and I will tell them.
Whoa. Don't you think 911 is for emergencies, though?
It is an emergency. They're not picking up the pants.
A lot of people are saying yeah. A lot of people are saying no. Some people are just laughing. Some people are saying, go girl. Great. Kudos. Whoa. She's adorable.
Now look, everybody's tried everything. Everybody's done their due diligence. Let me do mine. Now, I don't care. This is for Nancy.
Yeah.
It's not about me. It's not about you. It's not about the sheriff's department. What if it is something?
Well, it is here. I'll tell you where it's at.
Tell me right now. I got a pen.
All right. Give me a second here. Let me get the actual street. Hold on. I don't even know their address by heart anymore. It's crazy. So give me a second. Let me look.
Okay.
All right. So.
Yep.
It is basically in the Wash area.
Okay.
At Los Alamos Street. LOS West Los Alamos. LOS ALAMOS Street and West Ternero Street. TERNER.
Hold on. Okay, Los Alamos and
West Ternero Street. TER.
Okay.
NERO.
NERO.
Street, and it's in the Wash area. So it'd be in the Wash area, just right there in the corner there. It's in the Wash.
It's right by the dog area. I mean the dog.
Matter of fact, right now, I'm going
If you
to.
I
have your number. I have your number right here. I will right now. Hold on, give me a second here. I'm going to screenshot you the location.
Okay.
And then you'll know here. Does that mean I have to sit back up there and wait for 911 to go? Come.
Well, if I call 911, it didn't take them very long. The lady said about the glove, took them about 10 minutes to get there. And when they called 911 about the backpack, it took them maybe about 20 minutes.
All right. Well, when we're off this phone call.
I was watching then.
When we're off this phone call, I don't. Text me right now. Can you text me while you're on? I don't know where your number's at. For some reason, it doesn't register to them off. Text me right now, and I'll text you right back with the coordinates.
Okay, no problem. I will do that.
All right.
And then I will call 911. Okay.
Yeah, you be safe out there.
Okay, so make your way on up there. Or you want me to call? You want me to text you right when I'm done talking with them?
Sure. Let me know the status if they're interested. How are you going to call 911? Are you a local?
No, I'm in Seattle.
So you're going to call 911 from Seattle?
Well, I'm going to call the sheriff's department, and then I'll have them connect me to the 911 there.
Oh, okay. All right. Shoot me a text.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right. Okay, her number registered up. All right, let's just send it over to her. All right. What do you think? See something, say something. Pants belong to somebody. Bill says he wants to talk. All right, Bill. About the perp. Did we talk before, Bill? Because I got your number saved in here, Bill. Let's see.
Hey, how you doing, JR?
I'm doing great, Bill. Thanks for reaching out. What's on your mind?
Wait, you there?
I'm here.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing great.
This is some case, isn't it?
It's interesting.
And they said a lot of things in the very beginning of this.
Uh-huh.
It seems like we forgot about all that. You know what I mean? Like, they were going to, look at all the contractors and people who have been in contact with Nancy, and they were going to do metadata and geofencing and all that stuff. And man, I don't know about you, but I'm getting some Brian Kohlberger deja vu going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, obviously they haven't spoken to everyone. I know at least the garbage people that they have not spoken to. The pest guy that has access to that house that goes through the driveway and personally talked to Nancy said no.
I mean, we haven't heard anything about any of this. It's crazy.
But I do know that there has been people that have been spoken to, but I don't think it's everybody.
I mean, 90% of the time, it's in any instance like this, it's somebody that the victim knows. Only like 10% of the time.
Yeah.
Or maybe less than that. Like Kohlberger, that was a weird one, man. He was just like a total stranger, a total wackadoodle, right? That's what we call it. He didn't even know the victims, did he?
It appears like he didn't.
I mean, I don't know. I guess we don't really know anything about Kohlberger. He never really said anything, but that was just a random thing.
So are you getting Kohlberger vibes with this one?
Well, I mean, how are they going to solve this case exactly? And how did they solve the Kohlberger case?
DNA. Pretty much. I mean, the DNA got it to them, and then, eventually probably the white Hyundai Elantra would have nailed him, but it's really the DNA that, got them pinned on Kohlberger. But he, I don't know. Did they get DNA from the house here? I mean, that's the actual perps, not somebody else that's just been in the house, like just a random person, you know, like somebody that normally goes in our house, like workers or anything. Did they actually get the perps DNA?
They're not telling us, are they?
They're not.
And why would they? I mean, I guess it's in a, you know, kind of a need to know basis. I saw your ex post this morning, and you know, the guy is probably watching your stream right now. We need to be careful what we talk about. You know, we don't want to. Well, if we knew a true fact, we probably shouldn't say anything about it.
Yeah.
But you know, I mean, the way they got Kohlberger, you know, they did it by metadata, and they found out, okay, well, his phone pinged in front of that house like a dozen times, and then somehow or another, I mean, technology is wild, man. Every one of us is carrying a phone or carrying a camera, a microphone, and a GPS tracking device on it. And I mean, God, there's all kinds of other stuff out there that we don't even know about, you know, or maybe we know about, but they don't want us to know about.
I'm going back up this way while I talk. Go ahead.
So anyway, the way they caught him, or the way they figured it out, was they pinged his phone like 12 times in front of the house, and then they tracked his phone, and he turned his phone off. Isn't that crazy? So he thought he was being smart by turning his phone off, and that was, hey, that looks pretty suspicious. On the night that this happened, he puts his phone on airplane mode, and then they started following. They probably knew who he was like 20 days before they caught him. There's probably the FBI. I looked it up. The FBI was sitting in front of his house for like 4 days before they arrested him.
And they were watching for days. Yes.
Yeah. So I mean, hey, you know, if the perp's watching out there, look, check this out, man. Open your door. You see that black sedan out there with two guys sitting in it? Jump at the back.
Just make it easier.
They'll buy you dinner if you tell them what happened to Ed.
I mean, the perp, I don't know, man. I don't know if the perp's getting off on this stuff, thinking the perp got away, or the perp is actually scared. They could be watching the perp right now.
You know, and what happened to the ransom thing? You know, at first, you know, the first guy was, you know, just a scammer, but you know, TMZ said they had information about the crime.
Yeah.
You know, and I know you have a little experience with some computer things, but there's nothing untraceable.
Dude, they'll find you.
They'll find you.
They'll find you.
What happened to that?
The VPNs and all that is hogwash. They'll find you.
Oh yeah.
Dude, you can't, they'll find you. You can't opt-divert your call. You can't do anything anymore. I think you couldn't do nothing 20 years ago. They'll find you.
They'll find you, yeah. The onion router was made by the military, so you're telling me that the military didn't install a back door in the onion router? Of course they did.
Yeah.
They're going to find you. You can buy all the information in the world now. You could probably buy it. If you wanted to get all the metadata around Nancy's house, there's companies out there that'll sell that stuff to you. And you could take a look at every cell phone that has been in Nancy's area in the past 30 days from when that stuff happened.
It's safe to say, though, that the perp probably either had his phone on airplane mode or didn't have a phone at this point. So they're going to have to try to figure out if the perp had a phone. They're going to try to have and had it on airplane mode. I don't believe the perp had a phone on, just regular on the network while they were there, because they would have been caught by him.
But that's how they got Kohlberger, because he turned the phone off.
Airplane mode. So maybe they could determine how far away someone threw their phone on airplane mode and then just popped up on the radar. But I think before you even get to that stage, you got to find out who the perp is, and then can determine through their phone, you know, whether they put it on airplane mode or not, at what location. I don't think the perp used a phone. I think they used one of those three-way radios, walkie-talkies or something like that. That was maybe even a scanner, just to monitor law enforcement activity.
Yeah, I mean, the only safe thing, well, I don't want to give anybody any ideas, but yeah, if you're going to commit a crime, you probably just take the phone with you.
Because remember, the phone there, unless they use a burner phone, I mean, that's digital footprints. It's there forever.
Oh, yeah. All the apps on your phone people.
The
All you
apps.
have to do is say, like circular saw or cordless power drill, and the next thing you know, you're going to start seeing ads for a circular
Yes.
saw.
Yes.
Power drill. I mean, your phone is listening to you all the time. They do that for advertising.
Yes.
And I mean, there's even a lawsuit against Allstate here in Texas. There's an app called Gas Buddy or something. It tells you where you can get the cheapest gas at.
Uh-huh.
But it's owned by Allstate Insurance. So they use your phone as an accelerometer and GPS. They can read your driving habits from your phone, and they can adjust your insurance rates accordingly.
Yeah.
It's a little nuts because how can they tell you're driving your car? You could be riding with a maniac.
Preach. That's what they do. That's exactly what they do. I mean, like you said, you just look up something on your phone. Next thing you know, you're getting similar advertisements to that product or whatever the topic is that you looked up. Next thing you know, you're getting bombarded with advertisements because they know.
Yeah, and all that information, all that data, it's all about money. They're all just trying to sell stuff. There's even wilder. There's a microphone and a camera in your smart TV, even a little flash drive.
Mm-hmm.
And it can record, pick up on little keywords. That's how they sell smart TVs so cheap. Because companies say, hey, put this camera and microphone and storage device in your TV, and we'll give you, some money to do it. And then they take that information and listen to the conversations in the room. And hello, there's your advertisement for your power drill and your skill saw. Whether they could do that stuff to see what's going on in the house, boy, I don't know. But they're going to catch the guy. I think it's all about money. If you spend enough money on enough metadata or, all this information that's for sale, it seems to be the modern thing for tracking criminals nowadays. That's how they got Kohlberger. It took 47 days to get Kohlberger.
Yep.
Here we are, 42.
42.
The FBI is sitting in front of this guy's house. They're just waiting for the DNA to come back so they can, they'll arrest somebody on suspicion, right? Just because your phone was in the area, they can't do that. But they got some DNA, boy. Yeah, let's bring you in, swab your mouth. Oh, we got you. There it is. I think that's how they're going to do it. But anyway, I could be wrong. There's a lot of interesting things we forgot about. And they haven't said anything about any of these yet.
I appreciate the call. Thanks for the insight, and thanks for sharing with the viewers about the ability to track somebody.
Yeah. I hope they do their job. I really do. I love watching your channel. I'm hooked on this case. I said I wasn't going to watch this, but here I am. I'm stuck on this one.
I'm stuck too. Just trying to figure out, but you see all around me, life goes on in Tucson. People are just going about their business. There's no flyers of Nancy, nothing in Tucson, nothing.
Yeah, maybe they know something. Like I said, maybe they know exactly who did this. They just need the evidence to arrest them. And just like Kohlberger, I don't want to tell you to leave Tucson or anything, but they got Kohlberger in Pennsylvania.
Well, yeah. And it's a very strong possibility when the perp gets caught, and I know the perp will get caught, dead or alive. This perp could be in another state. Perp could be in Florida. Perp could be in New York, anywhere.
Yeah, and there's a 90% chance that it's somebody Nancy knows, and a 10% chance that it's just a total random wacko.
I think there's a 51% chance when the perp gets caught, he's not going to be in Arizona.
It's a possibility.
The perp knows the manhunt is on them. Perp knows they're coming.
Oh, yeah.
Now, if the perp has a job and a life and a wife and kids, or the perp has roots, maybe the perp doesn't leave, but I think the perp is gone. And if it's a transient drifter type person that travels around and just goes into certain areas and leaves, I mean, the perp could be anywhere. I personally think.
You think it's a 10% that it's somebody that Nancy doesn't know?
At this point, I'm seriously open-minded to it.
Yeah. And how hard?
I would think less of that at the beginning stages, but look where we're at here, man. I don't personally think family members are involved or anyone around them. Like it was some sort of them directing someone else. I don't know, man. I'm starting to just think this is just some stalker that did this, or just a burglar, like a drifter burglar that just goes out and burglarizes things and something went bad.
Yeah. You know, that's something nobody ever talked about. Savannah Guthrie did the Trump debate. You remember that?
She did. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that Trump debate where there were two of them and they were cutting the mic off, and it was really, really hard on Trump. I don't want to turn this political or anything.
Well, I mean, some people said there's a political motive to this. That could be, you know, Nancy Guthrie was adamant she was against Trump, and you know, could be politics to this. The way our climate is, you know, the divide in our country. Who knows? You know, if the motive was just strictly, you know, a political angle. I don't think so, but we know who the perp is.
Yeah, I can't imagine a Trump supporter doing something like this. But
well, there's also opportunists out there. Maybe there's independents out there. Who knows? Who knows? I mean, you know, I don't know the political. I mean, you know, when the perp gets caught, everyone's going to start trying to check if the perp is Democrat or Republican, his voting records, who is he, you know, what his postings are, where he leans. You know, that happens nowadays with any type of crime, a high profile crime on the perp, you know, and both sides dig in and, you know, find out, oh, well, you know, this guy's a registered Democrat, look, and he did this, you know, and try to turn it into political.
oh yeah, I'm sure they will. But Nano said that they think they know why the guy did this, and I'm like, well, yeah, sure, the guy did this because he's a psychopath, right?
Could. I mean, he's a psychopath regardless. You know, if it's, you know, just a stalker or whatever, the guy's, whoever did this is absolutely bonkers and insane.
Yeah. I mean, what value does an 84-year-old woman have to somebody? I mean, honestly.
It's crazy. It's crazy that somebody would do this unless they were breaking in and she just happened to be there and they didn't think she was there and just had to get rid of a witness. And it's like nothing personal, lady, but you just witnessed something that you shouldn't have witnessed that could bury us. And we had to do what we had to do. But at that point, it's almost like, well, maybe the perp's thinking no body, no murder.
Yeah,
You know, just but taking someone from their home is as high risk as it possibly can get.
yeah.
You know,
Or
we're
it
gonna
could-
just take someone and lead them out and stuff them in someone's trunk and leave evidence there and forensics there inside your vehicle of the victim.
Man, they'd have to know she was home, though. I mean,
I don't know, man. It just depends on the lighting. It just depends on the lights. She has two lights out there on the road. Were they off or on? If there's houses all around, and I'm going to perch right here because I'm going to see if actual cops come.
Yeah, I noticed. I looked at the video one more time. There's like 4 lights in the upper corner. I think I saw like an enhanced version of the doorbell video. I couldn't tell where those lights come from, though. If there's houses up there, or there's a car sitting in the road, or maybe the 2 light posts in front of her house.
But I think if the lights were on at her house at night, the outside lights, there's 2 above her foyer, lights on in the house, and 2 big light poles right in front of her house, right by the road. It might look like, you know, someone's there.
Yeah, I was thinking the 2 light poles in front of her house.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That doorbell camera is, you know, kind of a wide angle, so it's really hard to tell where those 4 lights in the corner come from.
If 911 comes, this is where they're going to come in at. So I'm just going to sit here for a minute.
I don't know about those pants. I guess they should take a look, though.
I'm gonna see something, say something. But if you got a pair of pants right by a wash with the people that were last with her, I mean, I don't know. I don't personally think it's hers, but you know, people in the chat do feel like it, and you know, I felt comfortable enough to make the call.
Yeah, unless they really do know something, and they're just not concerned with it because they know that it doesn't have anything to do with Nancy. Yeah.
You never know.
No,
You never know with things.
We already know who the perp is, and we're just trying to put the evidence together so we can nab the guy.
Yeah.
So I'd like to subscribe to that theory. It's the only thing keeping me going on this is they're going to get you, man. They're going to get you.
They're going to get this perp. This
Yeah.
perp is not, this is 2026. This is not 1980. This is not unsolved mysteries from the early 90s. This is, this is not even America's Most Wanted without the suspect. This is 2026. Dude, they know, and they will find who did this.
I mean, why give that guy $6 million when, for a few $100,000, you can buy all the metadata information in the world?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then, like I said, that guy needs to just look out his window. There's a black SUV sitting out there with two dudes sitting in it. They will buy you lunch if you tell them where Nancy is. I guess he is.
Thanks for the call.
All right, man.
Have a good day.
Job out there. Man, I hope you crack this thing.
Yeah. Thank you for the advice.
I would love to see a YouTuber be there and when this thing all comes to an end. I hate mainstream media.
I think there's some of them are good. I like a lot of them, not all of them.
Brian's doing a great job. I like Brian. He's kind of, I think everybody likes Newsmax now. But the other ones, I'm not so sure.
Thanks for the call. Take care.
All right. Good
Bye-bye.
luck, buddy.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Dun, dun, dun. All right. So we're a little bit down the street here. We'll see if anybody pulls up. JLR investigates. Check my Sandy says several emails. I already sent you, JLR. Just want to discuss some very bizarre Guthrie family relationships. I am also an RN and have something new to add. Sandy. All right, Sandy. I'm going to give you a call, Sandy, while we sit here and talk a minute. Let me know what you think. Welcome aboard. What the heck? The heck was that? Hello. What in the heck was that? It was like dancing music or something. It's like it was like an Indian song. All right, they're calling back. Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
No.
What's going on? You reach out to JLR Investigates? Nope, hung up. Sandy gave me the wrong number. You wanted me to call some dancing music, probably. Oh. Need to talk about the pants, Sherry says. A lot of people want to talk about these pants. Kelsey says, last night, Brian put out a video speaking to a lab tech about the DNA and said she said something interesting. She said she found it interesting that they were swabbing Carlos, Luke, and the gardeners. If they don't already have a DNA from inside the house to work off to match to. I think they already have the DNA and are just trying to match it. Maybe waiting for a certain someone to drop a cigarette butt or a cup in the trash to confirm it all. Kelsey, I think we spoke before, Kelsey. I'll get you on since you want to chat. Come on in. We're going to talk about DNA in a minute.
Hello, JR.
Hello, Kelsey. What's going on with this DNA stuff?
Yeah, so I just thought it was interesting. He was talking to a lab tech, and most of what she was doing was just kind of explaining to him how everything worked with the DNA and all the mixed stuff. But what I thought was interesting is she brought up that she didn't understand, or maybe thought it was weird, that they were swabbing Carlos and all these people for their DNA because they didn't already have a DNA to mix to or match to.
Mm-hmm.
And I sat with that for a minute, and I was like, that's kind of, I get that. Why are they swabbing all these people if they don't already have something to match it to?
So you think they have DNA and they're swabbing these people to do a match?
I would think that would make most sense. Yeah.
I also know, confirmed by maintenance man, that the pool guy had to get his DNA swabbed.
Right. Yeah. It's the gardener and a couple other people I've heard too.
Or swab their DNA and save it in case they do find something and a match.
Right. Yeah. I mean, that is possible too. But I just thought it was weird how she mentioned that. And I'm like, that's something that I hadn't really thought about. But, there's a couple different things they could be doing, but it just was a little weird. And, these Google searches,
Mm-hmm.
if you have a minute to talk, I'd like
Sure.
to talk about them.
Google searches, go for it.
Yes, I know that they get talked about a little bit, but something that come up was like the Google Trends. And I think the FBI had said something, oh, well, the Google Trends, like, we aren't paying attention to those. They wrote it off real quick, but what haven't they written off this far, So working in PR, we use Google Trends a lot to keep track of searching what, who's talking about what. A lot of people in the industry use this.
process, returning something to someone. Exploited in innocence. 10 and 10, 20 gifted memberships, 20 new members. Exploited in innocence, 2, 3, 6, 7. Thank you very much. Tremendously grateful. The JLR army is growing strong and stronger and stronger and stronger. So thank you, both of you. Appreciate that. No 911. Where is 911? Where's the people? Where's the cavalry? We don't even have the cavalry around here. This is the spot here with the pair of pants, and it doesn't look like anyone is coming. So I'm going to go back over to Nancy's and see what's going on there. This is here. The pants. The pants are in this wash here right by Annie and Tommaso's home. A pair of khaki pants. Nancy Guthrie seen in a photo with Savannah with similar khaki pants. Considering the case is unsolved, you think they would at least bag and tag the pants, and they have not. And I don't think they're coming. And you can't really force someone to come. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Unless they're like, nope, we're not getting the pants because we know what happened here. And we're building a case against a perp. We're building it strong. Might be the reason, too. We're building this case strong against whoever did this. Who did this? I'm going to shoot back up to Nancy, see if anything's popping off there, if anyone's out there. Media is more or less gone. I don't think you're going to see anyone camped out there anymore in the media. None. I don't personally feel really comfortable out there anymore either. We should be finding a command center somewhere away from Nancy's home. Everyone's just getting started this morning. I'll plug this phone in. Yeah, we're at 53% battery. Let's get some charge juice. Let's get some juice. Let's get some juice here. Here we go. Here we go. Got some juice. Nope, not working for some reason. What's going on here? I think we're locked in. All right, crossing over. Crossing over. It's a very dangerous road here, being in the middle of the medium. Traffic is flying at both angles. Got it. Let's see what's going on around here. Hey, Lorraine. Lorraine 9115. Thank you for the gifted memberships. Thank you. Thank you. Very grateful for that. Thank you, Lorraine. Thank you. What's going on here, folks? We are boots on the ground here in Tucson, Arizona. It is day 42. 42 days. Too long. Where's Nancy Guthrie? Where's the FBI? Where's authorities? Where's the cavalry? Where's some new information? Where's the surveillance of the perp? Where's new statements, press conferences? Where is everyone? What do we got going on? Where is Nancy? We're supposed to trust the process? Some people say it's the weekend. They don't care. It is the weekend. They don't care. All right, this is Rudisill. And I'm going up to Orange Grove, and then I'm going to bust a right. Got a motorcycle behind me. What the heck happened here? Camino Escalante, Catalina Foothills, Orange Grove right here. People are jogging. People are out and about, going around their lives, going about their days. So many washes and terrain in between. Mark the Shark might still be out here somewhere. What the heck happened here? Yeah, Jim is at the Native American Reservation down there in 3 Points. I said, go home and see OJ. 857. I don't know where he's at today. He usually arrives later on throughout the day. I might go get a massage. Seriously, I might go get a massage. Think about getting a massage. And then come back in a bit. There's no day off. I mean, today we've been already here for a few hours at least, talking and keeping the conversation going. Maybe during the brunt of the heat today, and then towards the end of the day, I'll come back to Nancy's home into the evening time. Maybe we'll look at the home this evening when it's pitch black and just be out there and talk a little bit while we're out there. I am seriously stressed, tired, exhausted, doing the best I can. Maybe go to Denny's. Denny's and a massage. That sounds kind of nice. All right, we're gonna see what's going on at Nancy's though. Somebody said, "Why are you giving up?" Not giving up. There's nothing going on. We need some new information. Sleuth around a little bit. I appreciate a lot of the locals that feed me all types of info, particularly the inner workings of the sheriff's department, just the terrain in general. I've been in communication with just people that want to talk about this area in general, learned a lot of history on this area. Go to El Charro. Yeah, I might go there later. Not gonna go. Oh, there's bikers. A lot of people biking through the neighborhood. Routes. See, but it's crazy is because we got like literally 19,000 people still watching. Everyone wants to know what is going on with the Guthrie case. Like, what in the heck is going on? Carly, thank you. Take off. Like the good fella. Enjoy your massage, Maria. Good fellas, like the good fellas. Thank you. Maria Goodfella. All right, see, back at the home here, it's just empty. Empty. We're pulling up in the neighborhood to see if anyone is here. Oh, there is a car parked down here. Somebody walking around. Well, people taking pictures. Somebody's here. It's wearing 99. What? Look at his. Dude, are they rainbow legs? Like stockings? I think it's just somebody stopping by and taking pictures. Could be compression socks. Maybe. Hey, Arkansas bestie. Thank you. Just want to say, keep up the good work. Do you still have your night vision glasses? I got those for you a year ago. Yes, I do. I didn't bring them on me though, Arkansas bestie. I have them in the arsenal. And they actually worked good. I have them back home. I didn't bring them here on this mission. I only could pack so much stuff, Arkansas bestie. But yeah. See, sometimes people pop up when there is no cameras. Hey, Robin B. JLR, please go get yourself a massage. A little bit of rejuvenation is just what you need. Maybe sit in the sauna afterwards. Take care of yourself, please. The work you're doing is so important. Much love from New York. We all love you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So many people. Morgan's World. Thank you. Thank you. Morgan's World. William Butler. Thank you. People are coming out taking pics here too and walking around. We could come back on in a little bit though. Like I could come back in like a few hours, or like towards the end of the day when the heat. Because what's going to happen here? Look at the Tucson weather. Tucson weather. Let me see. Tucson weather. So we're in a extreme heat watch. It says. Tucson is now under an extreme heat watch. Extreme, it's backwards, but it says extreme heat watch, Arizona. And KTG 809. I was wrong. The photo was distorted. I apologize. No apologies. Michelle Bott says, autistic 9-year-old missing in Kentucky. Could I email info? Yeah, Michelle, absolutely. Send it over. I'll take a look. Thank you. Cover missing children. Extreme. So it's going up to 90 degrees today. Here. Not there yet though. Temperature 72, but it's kicking fast. Next week it's going, look at this. Saturday and Friday of next week. 101. 100, 100, 101, 100. Yeah, 101 next week. I'm going to reverse. Yeah, folks. I think I'm going to sign off for a bit. Come back in a few hours, or if anything breaks. Yeah, that's what I think I'm going to do. I'm going to sign off for a bit. I'm going to do something different today. Check my phones. Y'all have my email there if you guys have any information or particular places to search, or if you are an insider in this case, you want to speak off the record. Again, I protect anonymity. I keep secrets. Anyone want anything to share? If you're local or whatever like that, I keep secrets, protect anonymity, and everything like that. Here's the guy again. That guy keeps looking at me. There may not be a lot going on, but the world is turning to you, Kimberly. 2341 says, you're bringing awareness and attention to this case. Your efforts are with cause. You still have support. Hang tight. Thank you. Yeah, so going to stay with this. I'm going to sign off for a bit, and I will be back if something else breaks. Definitely be back. We'll come back out here later on this afternoon when it gets towards the end of the day and restream. Come there in the evening time when this starts to get dark. We'll do something different, but I'm going to sign off for a bit, and I'll be back. And if anything else breaks, you'll hear it here on JLR Investigates. Thanks for watching, everyone. I don't want to leave 19,000 people hanging, but we'll be back. We will be back. I appreciate it. Talk soon. Thanks for watching. JLR Investigates.